Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Smith and today we're going to be looking at the colours in Georgian. That means we're going to be looking at the high frequency colours that we need to learn at this stage, but also some low frequency colours that I just find interesting simply because of the way that they're written. So if you're ready, let's go. Slide 1 introduces the word Perebi, and it's so fundamental when you're building a relationship in Georgian with colour. Perebi is used not only in the question and answer scenario, which is what I'm going to look at first, but Perebi is also simultaneously used as a suffix on nouns to create names for colours too. We're not over-dependent in this in English because we have a perhaps wider influence from the Indo-European language spectrum of many different names and many different colours imported into the English language. Georgian quite pragmatically may simply take an object that emanates that colour, add the word Perebi, and it names that colour. But before I get into that, let's start with where I wanted to begin. The question, what colour is something? Ra, what? Perebi, colour. Aris, and then just tell me what you're thinking about. Let's say pankari, your pencil. Raperia sheni pankari. Or maybe sheni pankari raperia. What color is your pencil? And let's say I have several pankari. I have several pankarebi. Then I'm going to say memaks. Tsiteli, khviteli, lurgi, mtsvane, vardis peri, da shavi pankrebi. Memaks I have red, tsiteli, yellow, khviteli, blue, lurgi, green, mtsvane, pink, vardis peri, and shavi, black, pankrebi. What I would like to bring your attention to is the word pink. Now, vardi is a rose. Vardis peri in English could be translated as rose-coloured. But in Georgian, vardis peri represents this shade of pink here. We can imagine that rose-coloured could be many different colours really, but Georgian has held true to the pink rose. We could even say in English it's rose. So vardis peri, rose-coloured, are the exact same word. Whereas we use the suffix ed, rose-coloured, Georgians will simply use the word peri on the rose and a small declination here so that we can now generate a wider set of colours. Here's another question. Raperia zetsa. Raperia zetsa. Now, tsa is the sky. What colour is the sky? Another interesting thing in Georgian is that zetsa can also mean heaven. So the question, of course, like I said, it is an interesting relationship Georgians have with colour. What colour is the sky? It's blue. So you could say lurgi. Yeah? Es lurgia. It's blue. But what if I wanted to say it's sky blue? Then perhaps I would use the word tsa. Tsisperi. Tsisperia. It's sky blue colour. Slide 2 is a pretty extensive list of other colours that use this formula, taking a noun, maybe it's botanical or mineral or elemental, with the word peri, and giving us a standard English colour. The example I already gave, rose. The colour of a rose, vardis peri, is pink. Let's look at ispera. Now, ispera is a soko, and a soko is a mushroom. This purple, it looks very bruised mushroom, botanically, gives us isperi, this purple bruised colour. Jolo gives us jolosperi, the colour of a raspberry, crimson. Kava. Kava gives us kavisperi. Kavisperi, well, what colour is brown? the color of coffee. So, brown. Cremi, cremis peri. Cremis peri, of course, for me, more or less looks like beige, but can also be translated as cream. Cremis peri. Tsa is the sky. The color of the sky, sky blue perhaps. Tsisperi. Tsisperi. Natsri. Natsri is ash. The color of ash is grey. So logically, natsrisperi is grey. Piruzi's kva is a stone. I've written here the name of the mineral element here, but it's a kva, it's a stone. Piruzi's kva, the color of the turquoise stone, is piruzisperi. Piruzisperi. Silver, vertschli, is an element, Ag. Vertschli, the color of silver, would be vertschlisperi. Vertschlisperi. Silver. Gold, okro. It's gold. The color of gold, okrosperi. I would like to add here that, of course, peri is the suffix that we're using from okro, but in English we have another suffix. We would say golden. So we have to be a little bit more thankful that the Georgian system, with peri as a suffix, doesn't have so many variants as the English one. So if it's gold, it's okrosperi, if it's the color gold. If it's simply gold, it's okro. If it is a silver color, it's vertschlisperi. If it's simply silver, then it's vertschli as an element. The final one, just for fun, because it comes from the word bone, zvali. And zvali in this case actually represents tusk. Now tusk gives us the color ivory. And the ivory comes from the elephant. And so the Georgian word for ivory is actually elephant tusk color. Spilos, that's an elephant. Spilos. And then we've got zvlisperi. Spilos zvlisperi is ivory. That one's always given me so much fun. It was the one that really illustrated to me the way these colors are combined and the fun we can get from just following the system and the outcomes we get with the English language color system. Slide 3 looks at a very common question in English: what color are his eyes? Now in Georgian, what color are his eyes is a variant of the standard question that we looked at in slide 1. It would be incorrect to say raperisa misi tvalebi. Raperisa, from the first formula that we looked at, misi tvalebi. In this case, it changes actually. The question would be more accurate if we were to say what's his eye color than what color are his eyes. So, raperisa misi tvalebi. Misi tvalebi raperisa. What's his eye color? Now the answer, of course, there's not much of a variance here. Misi tvalebi mtsvenea. Misi tvalebi mtsvanea. His eyes are green, or her eyes are green. The second one I'm looking at is that he or she has brown eyes or green eyes, and this requires the verb to have. And this is the verb to have that we're going to be looking at next week, so I thought it would be a valuable insight into this question also because of the following class next week. Ra peris tvalebi akus. Ra peris tvalebi akus. What eye color does he or she have? In this question, using have and eye color, not necessarily just what is the color, then of course the answer is going to change with the verb included. So mas, he or she, mtsvane peris tvalebi akus. Mas mtsvane peris tvalebi akus. Mas akus mtsvane peris tvalebi. He has green eye color. The final 4 examples are just to round off today's class. 4 things that have standard colors. Tovli tetria. Tovli tetria. Snow is white. Mze chit elia. Mze chit elia. The sun is yellow. Bali tzit elia. Bali tzit elia. The cherry is red. Mitsa is the earth or the soil. Mitsa is also our earth, actually, the planet Earth. Mitsa qavis peria. Mitsa qavis peria. The soil is brown. Thank you very much. That is the last slide of today. Next week, we're going to be tackling the verb to have in Georgian. Similar to the way I did it before with the past, present and future forms. You'll see. See you next week. Bye.